come to me or Manasi Ganga. Thank you so much.
Next slide. Kumari. Next slide.
Kumari's been the main one behind the scenes organizing everything, so I think we should also give her a round of applause for that. Just one correction before we go to our next session. Kumari mentioned that nothing should be filmed. I work for ISKCON, so you know what that means as far as income for the communications ministry. Anybody would like to film me, especially some of my jokes, if you think you can go on social media, use it for fundraising, either this guy needs help or that he's funny, whichever one of those extremes you want to do, if you think you can raise funds, film all you like. And I'd be happy to have private interviews and discussions. I'm available, okay? So, Madana-gopāla, we'd like to introduce the other half of the North American Communications Office, Madana-gopāla Prabhu, who's based in soon-to-be Parsippany, New Jersey, currently Tawako Temple. They've got a beautiful project coming up, and he's going to talk to us because, let me give a little brief thing. Sometimes we hear, because we haven't been together, and as we just heard, don't necessarily trust the email schedule, look at the hard copy when we're here together. It's been a few years since we've been together, and there are rumors out there sometimes that North America is not doing well. Nobody's distributing books here, nobody's preaching here, the temples are empty here, and basically wherever it goes from there, maybe somebody else needs to come in here and run this place, or maybe you all should just move aside. The fact is we have a very vibrant yatra. There's always challenges, but Prabhupada came here because he saw how important North America was as the first place to start. And there's a lot of very positive things going on. All of you are proof of that. I am honored to visit so many temples during the year, and it's exciting. It doesn't mean there's no challenges, but we stand up together, we face those challenges, and we do better. So we wanted to start the session with a little bit of a refresher, which Madana-gopāla was going to present about how actually we are very, in a Vaishnava way, proud to be followers, Prabhupada Nubas, based in North America and working together collectively to push on this movement, and we're seeing very significant progress. So that's what he's going to start with. So let's give a nice welcome to Madana-gopāla.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, thank you all very much. Thank you, Anatama Prabhu. Thank you, Saranga Thakur Prabhu and your team for hosting us. I wanted to express how I personally feel today. Seeing all of you, so many of you dedicated servants of Srila Prabhupada, and all in one place like this. It may look like just another meeting, but I'm reflecting on what this gathering actually means, what it represents. All of you are very rare souls who have taken upon yourselves the guardianship of the legacy and the mission of Srila Prabhupada. So my heartfelt obeisances to you again and again. Now, as Anatama Prabhu you mentioned also, a lot of the time, we tend to focus on what is lacking, what needs improvement, what needs work, and so on. And that is important to do. It's important. But sometimes we may gradually become fatigued by the weight of all that in areas of improvement discussion. And maybe even allow cynicism to overpower our enthusiasm. I'm hoping to share in this presentation some of our wins, big and small. This should give us some hope. Now, hope reignites our fire of enthusiasm and drives out any elements of negativity or defeatism. Srila Prabhupada himself was the very embodiment of hope against hope in spreading the message of Mahaprabhu. Even as he leaned into the freezing winds funneling through the icy chasms of Manhattan in 1965, with no support coming from India, his bold vision, his hope, it remained unshakable. We know this, he said, right? There are temples, there are books, they are existing, they are there. Only time is separating us from them. If somebody were to study the history of ISKCON and all the seemingly impossible odds that Srila Prabhupada beat to build this magnificent movement so quickly. And then all the turmoil we went through, the 80s and the 90s, all the way up to today. People may have predicted that, hey, this movement is going to splinter into 15 or 20 different pieces and eventually will fizzle out. In the face of all these overwhelming odds, we've made it. This is certainly Srila Prabhupada's blessing on us. What do I mean by we've made it? I mean to say we're still one ISKCON. We are one organization, united with one aim to spread the holy names with one message, the teachings of Mahaprabhu as taught by our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. I just came from this annual Hindu Mandirs Executive Conference, and I was representing ISKCON just last week. And many Hindu temple leaders came together to discuss, their challenges and so on. No less than 8 different temple leaders came up to me and they said, hey, what you guys are doing in ISKCON, no one else is doing. You are giving the message of Sanatana Dharma, not just to Indians, but to everyone. And you're passing it on successfully to the next generation. Young people wearing dhotis, that blows their mind. And that's just a small part of what we do. And they're saying, we can barely get a few old people to come and, sing in our temples. How do you guys do it? See, even the Lord gives the stats in the Gita, right? Manushyanam, thousands among thousands. It's not easy to get people to come and listen to something that's beyond their petty material needs. And yet here we are, growing and thriving in the harsh environment of America in Kali Yuga. So, coming to triumphs, big and small. I'll start off with a major historical breakthrough in ISKCON that happened right here in North America. Now I'll say that actually, we shouldn't even have to be celebrating this. I kind of feel sad that we're celebrating this. It's about 5 years ago, in this same group of leaders, we all voted unanimously for this. And it happened. Narayani Devi Dāsa initiates her first Diksha disciple. Haribol! Is she here? I think she was supposed to be here. She was supposed to be here, but I don't see her. But this would not have been possible had it not been for the hard work of the American devotees, and of course devotees around the world to push for this long overdue process. Now I know this victory comes with an asterisk, but I'm confident that we will soon overcome any obstacles that are in the way of more and more and more ISKCON Vaishnavis serving as Diksha Gurus and continuing our historical parampara. It's the first time in ISKCON, it's not the first time in the history of Gaudiya Parampara. So wonderful. And let's dive right into it. So I'll move a little fast because we have a lot of ground to cover. So I'll move, at a fast pace. Book distribution. This Motel Gita program, you must have heard of it. How many Prabhupada Gitas have we placed in hotel rooms since the start of this initiative just a few years ago? 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 250,000? 900,000! 900,000 on the top drawer of motels and hotels in the United States and Canada. Book distribution. Where are we going in this Bhadra campaign? 2018, just 5 years ago, we did 7,000 Bhagavatam sets. This year we're going for, last year we did 45,000. And this year, I think we're going to hit 50 plus. And we're shooting for 2026 of 100,000 Bhagavatam sets. It's under the leadership of Vaisheshika, really pushing it. We're going to do it. So many things, the Bhadra campaign, all the different numbers from all over the country, North America on the surge. This is great. And this is BBT remittance. This is from Anuttama Jr. Prabhu. Thank you for sending those. It's nice now when he sends an email, the email address actually says Anuttama Jr. Big numbers coming through, millions of dollars. New temples, we're building lots of new temples that have come out just last few years, a handful of years. Baltimore, shining example, gorgeous temple. Please come and take a look. This is just from their opening. So many devotees, just incredible. I've been there many times. And it's the vibrations there, it's the sound, it's amazing. Naperville just opened this year in April. Haribol! Massive temple. So here at the Naperville Temple opening, we have a world-famous celebrity, and sitting next to the celebrity is someone by the name of Hema Malini. Yes, Hema Malini. The guest star Hema Malini, she leads it, and you may not know her. She's a very famous Bollywood, and she's also a politician in India, and so on. So this Naperville Temple, just incredibly beautiful. Thanksgiving of this year. Do not make any other plans, please. This is the place to be. This is the place to express your thanks and gratitude to Srila Prabhupada. The grand opening of this Potomac Temple. Many millions of dollars have been poured into this. Please don't miss it. There's nowhere else to be but Potomac, Maryland. Haribol. Haribol. Our own temple, Parsippany, New Jersey. Just now coming. We're about mostly done. Maybe close to 90% structurally, and 38,000 square feet facility sometime in 2024. $7.5 million already spent. You can see that's what it looks like now. Well, actually, this was in May. We've made more progress than that. And we're having festivals in the grounds already. We had a Rath Yatra just in Parsippany right there. United Front, by the way, Rath Yatra. We have 9 other Hindu temples in Parsippany, and they all sent volunteers. We had over 80 volunteers coming from other organizations to help us in this. So we're working with other religious organizations. This is one of the things of communications. Work with other groups, Hindu groups or any other religious groups. We had 2,000 people in attendance, no advertising. Columbus, oh! With an exclamation point. Oh, that's the name of the state apparently. $12 million temple under construction, $7 million already raised. Lots of smiles from that direction. Congregation expanded to 400 families. Incredible. Tucson, Arizona, new one coming up. It's great. A new assisted living home, 1 block from the temple. There's so many things going on. New preaching center called Mantra Oasis on the east side of town. The plan for 10,000 square foot temple complex. That's this new one with the boutique. Food for Life going on, 30,000 plates being distributed. Now they're requesting our devotees to teach them how to do meditation. It's really, Govinda's restaurant, 32nd year of receiving citywide recognition. Tucson, place to be. If you're in Arizona, very nice place. New Taliban, new temple coming up, $2 million project. Already received donations of $500K. Maintaining eco garden for the deities. They have new Harinam preaching initiatives. Escondido, I think it's pronounced Escondido, but I like Escondido better. Escondido, California, near San Diego. We got approval to build. This is the initial elevation. Just now coming also. Los Angeles, this is the new look on our old world headquarters. New Dwarka Dham, new facade. Yeah, they're redoing it. Really nice. Facelift. What's that? I'm not sure if they started. I think this is still in planning. Did it start? No, they haven't started, but they've started talking about it, obviously. So this is just the new temples. Lots of growth and outreach, of course. Number 1, we're right here, ISKCON of Houston. Haribol! I don't need to give pictures here. We're sitting right here. By the way, this is my first time in ISKCON Houston. I just got here a few hours ago for the first time. I was blown away completely. This amazing temple, deities. Thank you, ISKCON Houston, for hosting us. New Vrindavan, so much development, so much growth. There's so much to talk about here, but I'll just give one slide maybe of New Vrindavan's development. Just look at this graph, okay? This is from 2011, this is the number of pilgrims that we're accommodating in New Vrindavan. You can see from 2020, there's a dip because of COVID. And then 2021, 32% increase in 2022, and another 32% increase in 2023. It's just going on and on. New Vrindavan, amazing. So much more going on there. ISKCON Connecticut. Many online programs. They have the Bhakti Academy, Sunday school, so many students. Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vriksha, a lot of bhakti going on. Community outreach programs, senior living centers. They go to prisons. They visit the prisons and so on. Ivy League schools. Motel Gita is very strong up there, and they moved to this big facility now with a professional grade kitchen. Sunday feast programs have more than doubled in the last 5 years alone. So growth, reward. ISKCON Delaware, the shining example of growth. Look at this. This is so much diversity in the congregation. In the last 5 years, we've established in Delaware 6 outreach programs. The different towns in Delaware: Milton, Newark, Claymont, Dover, Glenmill. These are different towns in Delaware, different areas. ISKCON Dover was formed. We have 35 acres of property acquired for community building, devotee care, even an eco farm. Lots of stuff going on. ISKCON Minnesota, not quite as warm as this place, but really nice over there. You know, we opened the first center of ISKCON Minnesota in August of 2023. Haribol! And already we have a weekly attendance on Sunday program from 60 to 100 people in Minnesota, and we're adding all kinds of new programming slowly this year and next year. Bhakti Yoga Center, San Antonio, to see the faces there. It's growing like leaps and bounds. Lots of people taking advantage of it. ISKCON Toronto. This is a whole nother country, actually. So major renovations. Created room for conference room, like conferences, ashrams, more than doubled the congregation. It was already big to start with, by the way, okay? It's too big now, isn't it? So we need more building space. Janmashtami, 10,000 visitors, a new record. Govinda's restaurant, so popular, 50,000 customers. Bhakti Vriksha started in the temple's youth engagement, so much youth. So there's a lot of overlap here because you'll see there's a lot of Krishna House energy coming in. I'll talk about Krishna House a little later. Just wonderful book distribution going on, and second generation devotees and generating third generation devotees, I'm assuming. And then another one in San Antonio, the Bliss House Meditation. We have the 5th annual Rath Yatra, university club meetings, college preaching, and they had this 3rd annual, it's a public Gaur Purnima festival, they call it Lighten Up, bring light in your life. Really nice, really nice. Lots of growth there. Gita Nagari Eco Farm, Monterey Jack, cheddar, and pepper jack, available now. So lots of things in the community, supported agriculture, renovations on upgrades on existing buildings, more temple residents. Student engagement, they have on-site volunteer engagements. The students come and live for a month, a couple of months. They have devotee care and hospice care ongoing for devotees. On-farm harinams and partnership with, we have State College. I went to State College myself, Penn State. And Gitanagari is very dear to me. They have a wonderful State College program preaching, and they have a nice partnership there. Ahimsa Dairy, of course, and they're supplying fresh Ahimsa milk even to our temple in Tawako, and quite a few other temples. You got DC, Philadelphia, Central New Jersey, Brooklyn. They're all getting fresh Gitanagari Ahimsa milk. Haribol. It's really nice. ISKCON Hawaii. Lots of things going on over there. There's a new preaching center in Maui. Established a Yagyashala under the banyan tree. They're having all Tulsi wood, Agnihotras going on, and many other improvements throughout. Lots and lots of things going on there. Just want to keep on time. ISKCON Round Rock. This is just this is part of the text, the Austin Circle area. So over the last 18 months, they opened a new temple building. The congregation has grown. It used to be 50 to now 100 plus. This is less than 2 years growth. Okay. The number of initiates have grown by 15%. Lots of aspiring initiates. Sunday school has about 60 students consistently over the past 4 years. Large festival like Janmashtami, you get 3,000 community members coming in. Sunday feast is about 125 people every Sunday. Book distribution going on. Motel Gita, big place for Motel Gita program, and so on. They're really into books, bhakti books. It's a big deal. The capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, ISKCON Harrisburg, somehow is attracting a lot of youthful energy. I know my son and others from New Jersey, they go to Harrisburg and they have gatherings in Harrisburg. I don't know what Madana-gopāla is feeding them or what's going on. I know now, she gave me the maha this morning and now I know why they all go there. So, built a new altar, devotee carpenter, lots of upgrades, growth in congregation, monthly Sankirtan festival, started again. 4 different Sunday school classes going on at the same time. They got brand new Gaur Nitai deities, Nitai Gaurachandra renovations. They are starting up a Bhakti Yoga club at Penn State Harrisburg. It's a different campus from the State College one. They have a Bhakti Lounge outreach for informal gatherings. So much happening. And then ISKCON Cedar Park. This is another one in Texas. Texas is also growing very well. They purchased 1.1 acre property just a couple of years ago for over $1 million. And this is, and they're doing more fundraising to grow. The temple is, hosting 12 weekly programs. It's 7 days in a week, 12 programs every week. All right. Different kids programs and so on. They have, like 500 for non-major festivals and about 3,000 visitors for Janmashtami. It's pretty good, pretty good. Utah Krishna, of course, we have 2 big temples in Utah. They hosted the Sadhu Sangha in last year. This is the most colorful temple by far. If you look for colorful photographs in Google, you don't even need to say ISKCON. This might just come up. It's so much color there. They really, pioneered the color festival. Charu Prabhu personally came to Tawako to show us how to do the colors festival there, and he also came many years ago when we were trying to build our temple that no, you can do it, because we had no money back then. We had like $50,000. But he said, no, go for it, because architecture is everything. It's true. It makes a big difference. It attracts people. Trying to build a $10 billion temple when you only have $50,000 to start. It's like jumping off a cliff and then building a parachute on the way down. It's like that. It's this, but you have to take the leap. And we made it. Thank you, Charu Prabhu. ISKCON Richmond, Virginia, the only ISKCON temple in the entire state of Virginia. ISKCON Richmond. So in 2021, the most auspicious day of Prabhupada's disappearance, they acquired a 20-acre property. Haribol! Very close to the city. And they renovated the property and they've put up a farmhouse, and they have lots of plans to grow there. They already got the rezoning, so they can have a proper house of worship. Janmashtami had 100 guests in 2015. Now they get 3,000. Haribol. And so many other things. Bhakti Vriksha's book distribution, Harinam. Again, very colorful Harinams. And Sunday school growing. ISKCON Orlando, Florida, they got flooded. It was a really bad flood, but they recovered from it. And this year they have 5 new initiates for the first time in 5 years. So it's we're catching up from all that COVID and the flooding and all that, and it's coming back in full force. Repairs are now complete from all that damage, and lots of Harinam and other book distribution activities continue. ISKCON Berkeley. Of course, lots of things going on in kind of San Francisco, Berkeley area. There is a memorial plaque now on the bench, Srila Prabhupada, so you can see that in loving memory of Srila Prabhupada. Other than that, lots of things. Remodeling of DD dressing room, temple president's office, gift shop. They got a new heating system, an AC system, $95,000, nice one. White marble installed, and so on. They also raised for temple and Rath Yatra during the pandemic $700,000. 700 here, 800 there. Pretty soon it adds up real money. So lots of things. Increased food for life, Prabhupada festivals, new electrical things. It's just long list, too much to read. ISKCON Farmington Hills. This is in Michigan, not too far outside of Detroit. They acquired a new property in 2018. And within the first month of opening the temple, they cleared all the loans. Amazing. How many people attended? The temple opening was attended by 15,000 people in Michigan. Wow, amazing. And we installed new Radha Krishna deities. We have 14 preachers, 20 different bhakti groups, like small groups. College preaching going on in Wayne State, Lawrence Tech, Michigan State University. My son attends Michigan State. Thank you. 70 plus people received initiation just in the last 5 years. 70 initiates. Color Festival attracts 1,500 people. Janmashtami attracts up to 7,000 people. And we have 4 resident brahmacharis. So Farmington Hill. Nice. There's a lot more temples, by the way, but lack of time, so I just kind of picked out a few randomly in no particular order. Lots of temples going on. Ministries and initiatives. So, Ministry of Education. This is, we have this Books Are the Basis push going on. It's a beautiful website. They have active weekly team meetings now for 2 years. They're training parents. They have 3 different locations now for training, and they have leader educator training, lots of youth engagement. Please sign up for the Ministry of Education. The table is right outside. You can sign up to get information. You can also sign up for other things. Child Protection Office. New, rich website. It's a really gorgeous website. It has all the resources you need, clear goals for our paths and we want to improve and so on. We've tripled the amount of CPO clearances this year. We have significant increases of those serving in management and CPO training sessions. And to supplement all this child protection office that we're doing, the GBC also has set aside a separate team called the Enhanced Child Protection Team to assist temples, contact temples, to help them come up to speed to reach their best potential in child protection standards. Prevention of Leadership Misconduct Office. This is a very important thing that we need to be aware of. Progressive steps, confidentiality agreements are becoming routinized. There's better coordination with the international PLMO, and we have more volunteer judges. So ISKCON leadership is held to a high standard of ethical and moral behavior, which is organizationally supported by the policies. It's made very clear. Leaders are trained and aware that sexual misconduct will not be tolerated or ignored. And a lot of the times people don't even know it's happening because it's very subtle. So, but please visit their website. A lot to learn. Vaishnavi Ministry of North America, under the guidance of Her Grace Malti Prabhu and Radha Prabhu.
Govinda Priya is your North American rep for the ministry.
Yes.
I'm just a supporter.
Yeah. Yes, I'll come to that. Yes. So, under the guidance of Malti Prabhu and Radha Prabhu in Vaishnava Ministry, they offered wonderful keynote presentation.
Priya is the North
Yes.
American rep.
I'm just coming to that. Okay, she stole my thunder. So the North American rep is Govinda Priya. Haribo! Who managed to convince Malti Prabhu and other great stalwarts to come together and give their guidance and wisdom. So many,
And she'll be dancing at lunchtime for us also.
So, what Govinda Priya and the leadership team have been doing, they've been providing ground-level support to Vaishnavis through the establishment of this area representatives for each temple. So each temple has, or at least if you don't have one, please speak to Govinda Priya and work out how you can have an area representatives. We already have 16 of them established across the country. We're also making strides in intimate partner abuse prevention, the IPA, which with this Krishna Prana from Canada. And they've been assigned, IPA representatives have been assigned to 55 temples across US and Canada. So this actually has been used, we're using that even in our Toago temple. We've never needed it. And we actually, unfortunately, we needed it. It's unfortunate that we needed it, but it's fortunate we have it. It's very important to have this. We have a resource like posters in bathrooms, confidentiality, unconditional respect, non-judgmentalism, all the core principles that sometimes don't always make it in real life. They're helping us make it reality. Thank you for Vaishnava Ministry, and thank you, the IPA. ISKCON Youth Ministry, Haribo. For years, the youth ministry has been inspiring the next generation to take up Krishna consciousness. Famous bus tour has been serving for so many years now. I think this picture over here is from 2018. The other one is a little more recent. That's, I think, Puerto Rico, Mexico. But you can see the youth ministry is, these are the blissful faces of the bright future of ISKCON. And they're so happy. And we are so happy the youth ministry exists. Haribo. ISKCON Communications. If you've not heard of ISKCON Communications, this is our team has grown substantially now to 3 people. It's a 300% increase. So we have weekly calls, every week. We can't, it's not enough, once a month is not enough. We have to see each other, all of us, every week. We have 9 directors across the globe and we just love coming to these meetings. I'm not joking, it's unbelievably brilliant things that come up and what we learn from each other. So the different things that ISKCON Communication offers, please take note. We have this online communications course. You might have noticed that the small picture, the same celebrity I shown earlier. Ananthan Prabhu teaches that course. He's also the head of the global ISKCON Communication Ministry. We have a very nice website which we built just a couple of years ago, completely revamped. It has all kinds of resources. So if you go to iskoncommunications.org, things like the official ISKCON logo, things like the packets of all these best practices, we call them starter kits. We also relaunched ISKCON Communications Journal, which is academic in nature, but it's a really good read. So please reach out to ISKCON Communications, go to our website. Please take the training course. Don't miss it. There's so much potential when you take the training course, because you realize that we feel overwhelmed by what we need to do for the temple to keep it running, but we have to be connected to the outside world. And also how to connect with our own people. Even our internal audience is a very key audience. We have to know how to communicate with each other. And amazing best practices. It was eye-opening for me when I took this course, so please take it. Part of ISKCON Communications, ISKCON News. ISKCON News has grown its staff just last 2 years who do administrative duties. We have so many website views now. We have Facebook presence, huge views. Instagram, that's a new thing the young people are doing these days. It's really nice. A lot of top stories, what's going on in UK and Russia, Child Protection Office, announcements, update about this Vaishnavi Diksha Guru. I mean, so many very popular items. We're discussing them in ISKCON News. BI, Bhaktivedanta Institute in Gainesville. We got this new property just last few years, actually. It's really beautiful. It's a duck pond area of Gainesville, really posh area. We have workshops, we have seminars, we have conferences on cosmology, consciousness, life comes from life. We have over 50 PhD devotees committed to assisting BI. That's a lot. See, all of these, I don't know which one is my favorite. Krishna House, Haribol, Krishna House North America. Look at these bright faces. Between 2020 and 22, we have new Krishna House projects started right here in Houston. We have Dallas. Of course, the mothership is in Gainesville, but we have the Houston, Dallas, Toronto, Grand Rapids, Michigan. We have the ladies Sankirtan party went out for 6 months. The men's party went out for 9 months total. And in 22, we formed this Nitai Core leadership program. And then you have this yearly trip to Mayapur, Puri, Vrindavan Dham that started. And then we have this yearly reunion in New Vrindavan for the youth. In 23, we have a new Sankirtan director. ISKCON Baltimore, we're starting a new project there. We actually purchased a separate house called the Krishna House, just steps away from the actual temple. We bought another house to accommodate this initiative because it's so important. It was just a few months ago that we bought it. ISKCON Ottawa started, and inquiries are coming in from Austin, Boise, Chicago, Brooklyn, Tampa, Thunder Bay, Sharanagati, following in this, you can call it a franchise. It's a list of best practices. Kalakanta Prabhu has even written some books on it, how to make it work. These books are available for free. It's really what is Ashramites, the Ashramites model. A really good book. GBC College. A lot of our devotees, so many new graduates from GBC College. Again, Govinda Priya, who has been doing so much helping now, she's covering her face. In New Vrindavan, it's so nice, she was pulling everything together. I don't know how you do it. So many graduates from the GBC College of Leadership, and now how to create a vision. They now know the best practices. So, Sri Prabhupada said, we should always be enthusiastic. To try for shooting the rhinoceros. That way, if we fail, everybody will say, never mind, nobody can shoot a rhinoceros anyway. And if we succeed, then everyone will say, just see, what a wonderful thing they've done. Srila Prabhupada said, I have a disease. I cannot think small. So we are all in Prabhupada's family. We have a strong family history of this disease. Maybe we all inherit this disease. We all like to talk about the good old days. But the real good old days are yet to come. Just think of this vision. Hundreds, maybe thousands of temples in North America. Tens of thousands of dedicated, enthusiastic devotees of all backgrounds with deep spiritual maturity, incredible social expertise, and far-reaching influence at all levels of government, business, interreligious, cultural society. Families with multiple generations of Prabhupada Nugas thrive in every state and province. Govinda's restaurants around every corner. And the sounds of Hare Krishna Kirtan in every town and village. It is all there. Only time separates us. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, if anybody needs additional information, you can see Madana-gopāla, but I think we should be inspired at what's happening.